Hello, guys. Welcome to your singing monster, but Earth Island edition. Today we have our lovely. Today we have. Today we have our lovely guest, the MopsyDoo. Hey, Mopsy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is your? And when I say your, I mean everyone in this. Pot. What is everyone in this glorious, lovely, glamorous podcast's opinion on the most best monster? The most glorious.
The
glorious
suspense.
monster. Okay, what is your opinion on the one, the only Furcorn?
Oh, God, no.
I rolled
First
Furcorn.
monster on the island. Oh, God, hands down. Like, number one worst videos over.
God, biggest.
Like, don't even get me started though. Like,
Okay,
Dandy
don't get
Doo's
started.
doing its thing, and then Furcorn comes in here, god awful. I don't know what the heck they were thinking with that. Oh no, God, no, just no. No.
Well, listen, to me, I never saw the issue with Furcorn, so I would like for you to expand upon the issue so I can understand it better and then give my
The issue with Furcorn is that the opening or the part where Dandy Doo plays is like, it's great. It's perfect. Dandy Doo is that nice melodic voice that's, really setting up the tone. And then all of a sudden Furcorn comes in here screeching, sounding so nasty, so off-putting. It just ruins the whole feel of the song for me. And then it's just, he has the audacity to interrupt Dandy Doo out of everything. And like, who is he? Like, who is he to think he could come up here with this god awful part and then just act like nothing happened? Like, after that verse, he's just silent, like nothing happened.
Listen, I won't
Furcorn.
I've never had the Furcorn vendetta simply because I've never really been that attached to Earth Island. However, even I will still state that I always find it really lame when two monsters just do literally the exact same thing.
Well, okay, and I always saw it as a duet personally, but I can just at the same time I can see that like even the duet, there's not like that interesting enough to warrant it. And with a song this short, if it, usually I'd be down to pair the two together, but I'd say that what's it called? This is Dandidoo's best island by a long shot, and Dandidoo is clearly superior to Furcorn. I don't think it's enough to like put it in the bottom three at all. Nonetheless, number one worst. But I could honestly definitely consider giving a dishonorable mention.
Well, as long as the people know that Furcorn is bad, at least dishonorable works.
Furcorn.
Justice for Dandy Doo. That's all I say. Justice
I
for
will
Dandy
abide.
Doo.
I'm fine with this simply for the fact that this is Dandy Doo's best island. Atmospheric Dandy Doo is way better than melodic Dandy Doo.
If only you went to Cave Island.
That would have been sick.
Listen, I'm gonna say one thing.
Dandy Doo.
I think it kind of is coincidental that the one monster in the official Earth Island remix is Furcorn. Furcorn is not in that song.
Really?
Yeah, Furcorn's not.
He's an old remix, but he's not in the soundtrack. No.
Yeah, he's not in the official soundtrack.
And here's the thing: if you doubt that at all, you know what else is in the official soundtrack?
What?
Space Island Candelabra.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack knows what it's doing, and if the soundtrack says Furcorn is bad, who the fuck am I to question? Okay, but speaking of terrible, worst, bottom 3, let's talk about the worst monster in all of existence, Clamble.
Why are you so mean to
David,
Clamble?
David,
Can
you're
I say
okay.
some nice words about Clamble?
I think he's homosexual, and I kiss him.
Oh, how sweet.
That's why I hate him.
Nah.
Clamble turned me gay, so I never like him again.
I want to say some nice words about Clamble.
Okay.
Okay, so Clamble, he's just really cool, cause he'd be like, and I'm like, yeah, I vibe with that. Clamble would be like, and like, I like it because it's really cool. He would, oh my god, don't even get me started. Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm not done. Okay.
Okay.
Whoever said I was done?
Me.
You're done.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm done.
Anyway. It's weird how
That was great, cool, because that gave me time to remember what Clamble does on this island.
I always remembered it because it's like really similar to Gold Island, to the point where
It is.
in the individual video that's on YouTube, I never know when Earth stops and Gold's begins.
Well, one sounds like the
Honestly,
one song, the other
I
one
was
sounds like
memeing on
Earth
Clamble
Island.
before, like, being honest, looking back on it, honestly, I think he's actually solid. But honestly, I think the percussion on the island is solid overall because there's no like single best percussions. Like, there's no T-Rocks, there's no Deej, there's no Shelby, thank God. But there's a bunch of just
Shelby
different
phobe.
percussion parts. Like, there's Noggin, Drumpler, Pango, Clamble, and they all like come together to be one like full drum set. And I think that honestly works really well for this island.
Yeah. The percussion
This
is
island-
really well
Now,
handled.
let's just talk about how you left out Thumpies from that list.
Thumpies.
We'll
doesn't
get to
I-
them.
No, I despise Thumpies on Earth Island.
We'll get to them when we get to
Listen.
them.
Yeah, I think Clamble's okay. Honestly, I think all the main percussionists can share like a spot in honorable mentions.
What were you gonna say, Ryan?
I was gonna say that like overall, Earth Island just like knows what it's doing in terms of balance and monsters working with each other. I feel like this song knows like if Clamble is just taking over percussion, then it would clearly just fall apart.
True.
Can I say some more nice words?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can say some more nice words.
Alright, this time it's genuine. Okay. So honestly, Clamble was actually one of my first favorite monsters other than Cybop. So I have a very strong bias, with Clamble because it's pretty cool monster. Good. I vibe with that, like I said.
You've already said that.
I'm not done. I'm
Alright.
not done.
Alright.
Okay, so again, like you said, with like the whole like drum set thing, I think that's like a really nice touch because like if there were to be like a drum set monster and then like another like pieces that make the drum set, that would just be like that's
That
just
would be
not good.
Woodpecker hitting microphone?
And that's not a good. Not
Wait.
one single good.
Wait. We forgot about one percussionist. Vibra Chimey Slap.
AOG.
He doesn't count because he doesn't count because on Extra Life someone brought that up and they didn't recognize it.
Wow,
That's
homophobia at its
so
finest.
sad.
Anyways,
Well, it's because almost all of them are newer members.
You know, I'm kind of happy about one thing for this island.
What?
It's on fire.
No, as a flawless transition,
What's even the point?
this island is the last time we get to talk about the absolute disappointment that is Thumpies.
That's racist.
But
no, anyways,
you're wrong.
Yeah,
you're
because
wrong.
there's continent, but
Tribal.
And another one. There's one more.
I forgot tribal existed.
I wish I could forget.
But yeah,
so cool.
Listen, that's also gets the advantage of being a 31 island, so it's more excusable when something's nothing.
21.
But this is Earth
That's
Island.
true.
Earth Island. If there was an island for a timpani to pop off, it would be Earth Island, and then
A
it just
timpani?
doesn't.
Why would it
A
pop off when it
timpani?
could just be Mammoth?
Mamo, pop off. Go.
You know?
Mamo.
And
It's not
yeah,
all of Mammoth. It's just one track of Mammoth. It's a worse Mammoth.
For a second, I genuinely thought that Earth Island Mammoth was like how like Air Island Noggin and is like the same as plants, and my mind was just like, so like is Cold Island Mammoth the same as Earth Island Mammoth? And I absolutely just lost my mind. I'm not the same
Yeah.
anymore. I've
yeah,
changed.
they just had an entire they just had half the
Memo.
Earth Island song just be the same main chord progression as Plant Island.
Turn
But
these
it's
down.
yeah,
Turn
but
these
yeah,
down.
just finishing touches on Clamble. Clamble, great monster, honestly, on this island. It duets really well. The trio of Noggin, Drumpler, Clamble, solid. Now, Thumpies, bottom.
Yeah. Remember what we said about Furcorn and how I hate it when monsters just ride off of other ones?
No.
Yeah.
Thumpies is that, but then also you don't even get the advantage of hearing it, so what's the point of even having it?
Bro, listen, you know what Thumpies was thinking when he was being added to the game? It was like this. It's like, okay, so I gotta ride it out. I gotta ride my way through everything. I gotta be everywhere at once, you know? I gotta ride Mammoth like so hard. So, you know what? Honestly, the best way to ride is to ride without even being noticed by being the seat of the car. So then Mammoth just sits on him and then Thumpies just doesn't exist.
I mean, wouldn't that be Mammoth riding on Thumpies then?
Exactly. That's what Thumpies wants you to think.
Oh.
That's a bit dark, twisted, sick, dark,
all
and
I'm saying
morbid.
is, here's the thing.
Yeah.
If Deej was a chauffeur for Mammoth, and Deej was driving Mammoth around in his nice limousine, Thumpies would be that guy who goes over to the window and knocks on it, and then once Mammoth opens up the window out of the kindness of his heart, he knocks his teeth out and steals them.
Well, you should go back. What?
He needs those teeth so he can have Mammoth tooth collection, and he eats those to get Mammoth powers. And by Mammoth powers, it means copying track.
Man,
What?
I'm
Basically.
so disappointed with Thumpies in so many ways.
Yeah,
Think about the fact.
everything about Thumpies is like honestly, Thumpies genuinely worst natural. Like, what's the
You wanna
combination?
hear what I think about
Honestly,
something?
I forgot it was on Earth Island.
Me
Because
too.
I mean, yes.
I never hear it in the song. It's literally like
How-
I just
How audible is this? How audible is the soundtrack, Thumpies? Is it
What?
still is
I wouldn't
Thumpies
know.
in the
I don't
soundtrack?
think it's that.
It probably is. I don't know. I can't. I don't. I've never. Here's the thing. It's not a thing I even think about. It's so in the. It'd be like if you asked me, what's it called? No, actually, no. I can't even think of an example of like something more background. Like, it was like castle base, but I remember the castle base in the intro. I don't remember Thumpies.
That's hilarious.
I think it's probably because like Thumpies are really quiet.
The one
'Cause
monster that
It's sad. Like, Thumpies is a disappointment in literally every single way. Because like conceptually, they could make it literally be anything. It could be the most unique monster of all time musically, because that's what the Thumpies games are with all the different sounds they can make. And instead, they settled for a chimpanzee. It's like, okay, that's I don't like that choice. You know, it's a lot less creative than I had hoped, but at least the chimpanzee is a cool instrument. But then they underutilize that chimpanzee in every single way, every single time, and it's just like, why? What's the point of Thumpies existing? What's the point of this cool callback to one of your most important games if you're not going to do anything of substance with it at all and just make me go, wow, it sucks. I can't believe that Earth Island and Cold Island really only get 14 naturals.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything about Thumpies. They do Mammoth, but way quieter and just worse. And then they're a waste of an awesome instrument that would have literally been amazing in a song like Earth Island.
Can I say some words about Thumpies?
Yes, you
Yeah.
can say some words. Those are some good words.
Sorry, I was thirsty. Thirsty. They're still.
Stop. Hurry up and say your words.
I'm gonna joke.
I-
Anyways,
That's how I feel whenever I listen to
Noggin.
Thumpy. That's my word. Thank you.
Listen, we already talked about one percussionist that does nothing. Let's talk about one that does nothing the good way.
What, Noggin? Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Noggin.
Noggin on this island is depressingly simple. It's just 4/4 bass.
It's just like hits on the beat.
Okay, my honest opinion on Noggin is that it is Noggin. It is I'm sorry.
Hi,
No,
sorry.
stop.
Damn.
Here's the thing. I feel like this Noggin sucks, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it fits Noggin so perfectly that I can't call it bad.
So you're
That's
just
what I
Noggin.
was thinking.
Yeah.
Like it's so
It's like- it
simple
doesn't
and dull.
suck,
It just fits him.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's not that it sucks. It's the kind of thing. It's like, man, it's depressingly simple, but it fits Noggin so perfectly
Is
that
it
I
because
can't help but
Noggin's
be
sad?
satisfied.
Noggin sad? What? Is it because Noggin very sad? I think it's because
he cried.
Noggin very sad?
Listen, he was walking on Earth and he's like, it'd be awesome if I would just
How
step
did
on
Noggin
a
walk?
piece of nickel right
How?
now and I could
He
get some
waddles.
music to go
Yeah.
buy
He waddles.
quarter machine. You know, listen, he was walking down Earth and he found a nickel. He was gonna pick it up and use it to go buy a hot dog from the stand that over. But he pick up the nickel and he go, wait a minute, this is not a nickel, this is a rock. I can't believe I fell for
No,
that trick.
he picks up a nickel and says, "An arrow," and then he falls into the.
Yeah, and then afterwards he says,
An
and then
arrow.
he says, hey, Drumpler, I just thought of an awesome joke. He's like, what is this joke, Noggin, my singing monster? And it's like, okay, so watch this. And then he pulled up the nickel, and then he flip it and say, haha, look, it's the nickel back.
Do you think Noggin listens to Nickelback? I
every
do
day.
think that Noggin listens to Nickelback.
Listen.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
You think
No,
Noggin?
only me.
You think Noggin doubts
Interesting.
4x4 square mold?
He will never.
Oh my god,
by
guys. You're getting so sidetracked.
Okay, the point is, Noggin is okay, but you know what Noggin does best?
What?
Helping Drumpler.
beat drum.
Yeah, Drumpler is honestly like, if it wasn't for the fact of everything else on the sound, I'd put it in the top 3. It's so good.
Drumpler be like.
Drumpler's a
I
better
like
monster than
that.
people give it credit for.
I like Drumpler
I mean, I
because
can see
he
why they
plays the
don't
drum.
give it credit a lot of the
Okay.
time, but this island is definitely is worth the credit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely
It's first track.
honorable.
Works along with.
I think Drumpler is really good on this island because I like when he plays the sound. Stop! I'm trying to be smart.
No one was doing anything.
I'm saying stop to myself.
Relatable.
He adds to the progression of the opening. He adds the complexity.
He
Yeah, you do have to Noggin good for his first
He just sounds real nice.
He
It's
is
like-
he is a swell fellow.
Listen, it's like
I
when you're
think it's
eating
neat.
noodles and like, it's like everything's like going smoothly and you're like shoveling the noodles into your mouth because it's like really good for some reason. You don't know why, but hey, they're noodles. They're tasty.
Are you
And
calling
so-
Drumpler a noodle?
No, I'm calling his sound a noodle. And like for me, when he does the rolls, they're like so delicious, so delectable, so sweet, so spicy too.
Like a good
It's like you're
ramen broth.
slurping Yeah, it's like you're slurping up the broth or slurping up the noodle.
Listen, is it as spicy as this? I'm gonna DM you something. Because I just went to Twitter.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Jumble, where?
Drumpler, that kind of Drumpler kind of rhymes with Reedling.
Dumpler.
You're
Okay.
right.
No, I wasn't even finished talking about Drumpler.
Fuck.
Don't say that.
Listen,
Please don't.
with Drumpler, it's in the intro, just do us really well with Nug and just the boom, tss, boom. Tss. Oh, I just realized that's almost exactly like the opening in the. Oh, fun fact: the Earth Island
That's
song
not fun at all.
is based on a Thumpies song called Ethereal, and the opening for that is boom, tss, boom. Tss. That's just that percussion line. So it is somewhat similar to that. And then afterwards, his second track just pops off super hard and still keeps on duetting with Noggin. And then in the soundtrack, it's just the actual best thing ever.
Yeah. Doesn't Drumpler have a solo in the soundtrack?
Yes.
Yeah, and he has a third
Yes.
track on the soundtrack.
That's
Wow,
so sick.
Drumpler.
Imagine
That was so cool.
Drumpler solo.
Drumpler, more like.
Dumpler.
It's more
Okay,
so
stop that.
Drumpler duet. Anyways, you wanted to talk about Reeling, huh?
Yeah, because this is like Reeling's best island.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
right.
definitely.
Okay,
Top
so
three.
Reading. Reading is cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so actually, I like reading on this island because it kind of just like, for me, Earth Island is like chaotic in a sense, where it's not chaotic. It's just
A
like
word I would use to describe it is like malevolent.
malevolent. It has like evil intent. It's like it's gonna like tie your
Sinister.
shoe, but it's gonna put it in a knot. So then you get yelled at because your shoelace is in a knot now. There's nothing you can do to untie it.
Why
You
would
can't
someone
do the
else
knot.
yell at you for that?
Because they're like, why you can't take your shoe off now, and you can't take your shoe off, and you can't fix your shoelace,
You can
and so you get
yell
yelled
at
at, and you get really upset, and you go and you start to cry. Anyways, it's like it's evil, but in a kind way. It's like when you get ice cream and you say, "Oh, I want rainbow sprinkles," but they're out of rainbow sprinkles, and then they give you chocolate sprinkles, but they don't even tell you that they ran out of rainbow sprinkles. So when you get it back, when you go pick your ice cream, it has chocolate sprinkles. It's just evil.
Imagine a world where every single time you had chocolate sprinkles on your ice cream cone, Earth Island just started playing.
Yeah. Anyways, Readling.
I like the chorded punches. I think that's what Reedling does best. It can't take melody, but god dang it, can it play a counterline?
I like it when I go poop, poop, poop.
Readling is the entire structure of the song.
Yeah.
I love the malevolent tone it adds. It's
Yeah, Readling is honestly, I'd argue it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll put it at number one, but it'd be really close.
Reedling's main thing on this island seems to just be adding a rhythmic version of choristers' tracks. And that makes the two of them just work really well together.
Yeah, I think it's just the overall like, its main thing is just like taking what the song places down the basis, and then Reedling just like comes in with his grabber arm and picks up that, and then puts it on his back, and then transforms into a train and zooms across the entire song, just building it up perfect.
Yeah.
Really?
And disturbingly.
what a beautiful analogy, Abed. Thank you so much for that
Well,
thought.
I love
that's my strong
train.
point.
Yeah, Trink's my favorite monster on Earth Island.
Listen, speaking of train, let's
Dipsters.
Huh, I wonder what the
I don't think
opinions on
I don't want to talk
Dipster.
about dipsters yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk about something even cooler than dipsters.
Tango.
Yeah, works. What do you guys think?
Didn't we classify all of the percussion as just decent? like honorable mention
Yeah.
together.
I mean, that's true, but I think this is only fair to discuss them all
All
because they
right.
are different enough.
I'm just
Just like a
saying because
like
my
little-
opinion on Pango is like literally the exact same as Clamble.
So that you just don't say anything.
I'm not gonna
My
say anything.
opinion on
Okay.
Pango is how the hell does he still have that little icicle on his beak when he's on Earth Island surrounded by
Exactly.
lava?
That's always bothered
Actually,
me.
they talked about it
That's
and they
always
said that
bothered
it's
me
like
too.
basically become incorporated into the monster itself, and it no matter what, its ice on this peak is impossible to melt. Like because someone asked would it melt on fire, and they said nope, it can never melt ever.
Oh, that's
It's kind of
sad.
dark, sick, twisted, and morbid. He's just always
Wait, but
chilling.
then
No, it's clear. His trainer gave him a never melt ice.
That
True.
I was thinking that yesterday when they said that. Like, yo, he's gonna never melt ice peak.
That or
Okay.
his nose of his beak just always registers below freezing.
I definitely say
Yeah.
Pango, besides some pieces which I don't even count as percussion on time. Pango is probably the worst of the percussionists. Not because he doesn't do anything bad, but it's more so it's not notable in any way, in my opinion.
It's just very decent. It could have been more, but they chose to leave it at what it is, which it, in some parts, feels very lacking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good enough.
For me, Pango is like such like a great instrument. You know, I
I
love
wonder.
mama. That's all I hear from you. Anyways, I just really like how like it adds like some sort of snappiness to like the like Earth Island. Although like it's played in like a nice tone. It's like a nice
Wait,
tone.
when does Pango even play in the song?
It
Dan,
does. Anyways,
Oh, it
Doesn't
does?
it
Alright.
I
Play-
don't know. This is
plays
another
after Pom Pom and Hula, right? After their verse.
no, Pango
Huh?
plays exclusively in the Dandy Do verse, and that's it.
I should have listened to the video before starting this.
Does it?
Listen,
Oh, God.
Pango because it's funny Cold Island rhythm.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's just that's all Pango does.
That's
I'm
sick.
gonna re-listen to this.
Pango.
This
I
is
mean-
like the second time in a row.
It's like, it's fine. It's nothing groundbreaking, but Pango is like never groundbreaking, so whatever.
Silly mama.
Pango is just like kind of like a meh monster,
Yeah,
but it's
Pango
okay.
kinda
But he's
silly.
always so happy, so it makes up for it.
I
true.
feel
It
like
looks
he's
depressed
suffering.
actually, if you ask me.
Listen, Pango pops off. I was gonna say he pops off on continent, but we're not talking about continent.
Yeah. He gets his chance later.
Jesus.
Alright,
Okay, Mop, I think you gotta choose the next one. You know, you're the guest here. Who you want to talk about?
Actually, Pom Pom.
Good choice.
alright,
What do you
now
think of
here's the
Pom-Pom?
thing.
I-
Pom Pom and Hula have always had the duet thing, so do you want to group
Two
them
birds with one
together?
stone?
Yes, group them
Yeah.
together because that's how I imagined it when I was like thinking to myself earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna talk about Pom Pom and Tula because
It's a
they
word
go
game.
together.
Wow.
I personally believe Pom Pom and Hula are 100% better on Earth Island than Air Island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like, I always find myself like singing along to Pom Pom and Hula on Earth Island because it's just so catchy. They work so well together, and it's like bravo to the people who made it. Good for them. They actually didn't mess it up.
I wish Hula's voice had a better timbre, but that's really about it.
I
Yeah.
think it's because the reason why they're better on Air Island is because they fit the aesthetic of Air Island much more than Earth Island, if you get what I'm trying to say. Because, like, with the whole song's aesthetic as well, Pom Pom and Hula just, like, swivel and their way right in. Because, you know, it's kind of like a light-hearted, like, it's kind of sort of like celebratory in a way.
It's-
And Pom Pom and Hula are kind of like cheery and they're air-headed and they're very like soft. And then when they're on Earth Island, a song that's supposed to be like, uh-oh, it's a baby. They don't really fit because their sounds are well suited for songs that, you know.
So basically, what you're saying is it's hard to make cheering malevolent and sinister.
depends. Sometimes it can work.
That's
Are we saying-
chanting.
I thought.
Yeah,
Wait, what are we saying?
I
I-
was
Are we saying?
We're at-
praising them.
Yeah, we're having.
We're saying these are
com-
better.
I would say because I would actually think that I like how the song starts out so like dark and almost gloomy, but then it just gets that break of, hey, we're the two cheerleaders of the island. We're gonna make this a bit happy.
Because like
I
I
just-
think that's 10 times better on Earth Island, and it makes sense because Hula is the Earth summer song seasonal. I don't know why they even put it on Air Island besides Pom Pom being on
Well,
Air Island.
because that's supposed to be its special quirk, since every seasonal has
Yeah.
its special quirk.
That's true, but I'm just saying, like, that's the only. It's like it's on Air Island, but that's not Air Island is not Hula's Island. Hula's Island, is Earth
Earth.
Island, and you can definitely tell a lot more because, unlike this time, it's not going in dishonorable mentions like it did on Air Island because I'm not a huge fan of Pom Pom that much, personally, but I don't think it's bad.
This is like the most. Yeah, I can live with this Pom Pom and Hula. I'm fine with this. This is fine.
If I don't do any of them, I'd choose. If I had to choose any of them from MSM1, this is the one I choose.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You have any input, Ryan?
Well, I will say that if we're gonna prefer one over the other, I'm definitely preferring Pom Pom because Hula is just way more boisterous and in your face, and it's kind of like, whoa, step back.
That's a
Meanwhile,
good
Pom
point.
Pom is just right. It's balanced with the song, and I appreciate it more.
That's
Yeah.
true. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
it's
I
like-
didn't consider the fact that one should probably be better than the other.
you know, Hula's kind of like the sibling that was left in a bit too long. You know. So it's a bit
What?
She was kind of left in the oven, you know?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
She's in the oven right now.
Get me out of the oven.
That's kind of dark side twisted and morbid.
It's just overall, additions, in my opinion, are not a good idea to any MSM song unless it's like intended from the start. Overall, it's hard to make them work, and even when they work, they just don't work as well.
It's hard to imagine Hula not being intended from the start.
Well, it definitely
mean,
wasn't.
It's
I
just weird.
feel like it had to have been. If they were preparing to make, Halloween for Plant Island and Christmas for Cold Island, they had to have prepared for the rest of the natural islands.
It's possible that the idea wasn't planned from the start, but the idea gave them a chance to use another idea that they planned but didn't have room for. But that's kind of that's more of a speculation than it is a
That's a theory.
yeah.
A
Overall,
game theory.
At the end of the day, they have to make the song function. They have to make sure the song functions for first and foremost. And the fact that Hula wasn't in the song from the start just automatically just gives it like less of a chance. It doesn't matter if even if they composed it like right away day one. It just doesn't have just the same power of being there from day one.
True. Speaking about things that weren't there since day one, Chorister. Because
I mean, you're
Flute
right,
fly.
but also
Chorister, we're talking about Chorister, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chorister. I like Chorister.
I like
It's
Chorister.
kind of like, it's very, I'm gonna use this word wrong. It's like ritual. It's kind of like,
I think the word you're looking for is chanting.
bones. Yes, chanting.
It's a chant.
Chanting.
I'd say it's less it's more just choir.
Well, yeah, but there's like a difference between like a church choir and then like a I don't know how to
Ritualistic
a gothic
choir.
choir. I feel like Chorister falls more along the lines of a gothic choir.
Yes, because
Yeah.
church choirs usually have like light-hearted tones, while like gothic are like a mix of the majors, minors, etc., etc. And it's
Well, I
like,
mean, it's hard to. I mean, it does. I feel like it doesn't matter what it actually like is intended to be, due to the fact that it's gonna sound this way on this island,
Yeah, fair
since it's a
enough.
dark island.
I think a good example of like a church choir would be like continent chorister.
Yeah. That's a church choir because there's
Yeah.
because in a lot of church choirs there usually tends to be like one singer who like kind of like stop who like I'm sorry that was rude. I apologize. Who that like just like
Take center stage.
takes center stage and like raises their voice to like the highest
Yeah.
mark.
Bottom line is, Chorister is a very flexible monster, and using it the way they use it on Earth Island is really good for the hook, especially for being the quad. It's a really strong opener for Earth Island.
Definitely the best. Definitely the best MSM1 quad.
I feel like
I don't think I'd
it's
have
by
it any
design.
other way.
Yeah,
I don't think any other MSM1 quad can even like compete.
maybe like if
Riff.
yeah.
Schneider.
No.
Stop talking. I'm gonna punch you.
Okay, Forrester's number 1, right?
I
Maybe.
mean, mm,
We'll decide the top 3 when we decide the top.
yeah,
But listen. Here's the thing.
it's
I think
strong.
we all know what the top 3 are going to be. We just need to decide the order. Let's just get the last one out of the way. Actually, let's save that for last. Let's talk about Shrub instead.
What did
Shrub.
What
Oh my
does
god,
Shrub
yes.
do on this island?
Beatbox like every other island.
I think Shrub's good on this island. I like this Shrub.
I
couldn't
can have.
tell you. I
Yeah,
can tell you where I play.
where does it play?
Beginning and I think it's like second half of the like Tweedleverse.
I forgot Tweedle was in this song.
Oh yeah, another later. We save Tweedle for later.
Oh yeah. Okay, no, I remember what it does. Shrub's sick. Yeah, Shrub's sick on this island. I like Shrub.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's also really cool in the old soundtrack because it starts with the fir corn solo and then Shrub transitions with.
I forgot about that.
This is Shrub's best island, like best natural island easily.
Yeah.
There's only one other island in the entire MSM history that ever beat this island.
I don't know Shrub that
Colosingum.
much. What is it?
Colosingum.
Oh, tribal. Yeah, duh.
Oh, this thing.
Colosingum. Best
Yeah,
island.
here's the
Best
thing.
song.
This Shrub is cool and all, but I think it would be better if it was Fire Hydrant Shrub.
Fire
You're-
hydrant?
Yeah. Yeah, this Shrub is cool. Easily another honorable. I do not count him with the other percussions at all because he's different enough. But he's easily honorable mention still.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, alright.
This island is so weird because it has almost no downside. Like when it comes to the actual monster selection itself.
Well, until you get onto the add-ons.
Well,
If
I mean,
we wanna...
overall, I'm saying still overall, like usually we have like 2 or 3 monsters. Like here's the thing: we usually have like a slog section in every one. Like Cold Island, we had like Thumpies, Kongle, and like just a bunch of like monsters. Like yeah, whatever. With this one, I feel like there hasn't really. I know there's gonna be some.
There's no dull monsters.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's Thumpies. There's
Wait,
the
no.
happiest ones,
No, we
Alright.
want to talk about dull monsters.
Alright.
Tweedle.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Tweedle is.
Oh, poor Tweedle.
May
You
I
don't know how
say
to...
something about Tweedle?
Yes, please do.
I sort of like Tweedle on this island. It's like a hate-love relationship, you know? We all have those. And, it's like... It sounds okay at best. It adds to the flavor of the song, but I feel like it could have been a little bit better.
I think
But I don't know.
my feelings about Tweedle
I'm
on
not a
this
master
island
at
are
this.
Ryan's feelings of Tweedle on Water Island, where the composition is good, it's just the voice that sucks.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I was
yes.
trying
Oh
to
my god,
say.
yes. Like,
I mean,
I just feel like Tweedle could have been so much better if they changed the voice.
even then, I feel like the composition isn't even like that good. Like with Water Out, that's like the main
No,
composition.
I'm not saying it's like like it's not going to be game changing, but it's not a bad composition. It's just like
I mean, it's just chorister, but la 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 at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
It's not-
bad.
I guess.
but it's not great.
That's just like saying Riedling is chorister, but do.
No, okay, here's the thing. The difference is you're saying, like, I don't know. I feel like its composition isn't worth anything at all to me. It doesn't do anything. I don't see it as anything. I see it as something that exists, and that's it. I don't care. I don't. There's the major downside is his voice. I don't think there's any major upside. It's not like oh, at least the composition doesn't sound terrible, but I don't think it's anything even worth mention at all. It's the kind of thing where it's like, I mean, okay, I guess that's what I would. I mean, I guess that's the thing that you'd expect them to do with Weedle. It's just really whatever.
I mean, yeah, that's just Tweedle in a nutshell.
Tweedle with squishy fingers.
Alright, but now, hold on. We gotta talk about the best track on the entire island.
Box.
How have we
Rare
not talked
Wobox.
about Potbelly yet?
Lamb's wall.
How are we not gonna talk about
No, here's the thing. We have to talk about Madam because they're the duo here.
We'll talk about Potbelly first because, or we'll talk about both simply. If you want to talk about both, we can talk about both. But it makes sense to talk about Potbelly first since Mammoth also has another track on top of that.
Yeah, what? Oh my god, my gum fell out. I have to spit it away.
Spit it away.
Spit it away.
Yeah, put the
What?
gum back into your mouth so you can spit it out for being gross.
Anyways, the point is, I think a lot of people hate this pop.
No, I fucking this Potbelly is hilarious.
Yeah,
People
it's so
like-
simplistic but so great.
Yeah, people
think-
like it because it's silly and it fits Potbelly's personality. I guess.
No, that's not a lot of people hate on Potbelly. I think this is one of the more unpopular pop bands. So I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that a lot of people aren't a fan.
I think people aren't a fan of it because of how silly it comes off, especially when the song is supposed to be more dreary and, somber.
I just see it as a thing.
I mean, it's definitely not gonna get any like honorable mentions or anything, but it's definitely nowhere near dishonorable.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
it's
say.
great.
I'm just saying the people. I'm just saying what the people say.
Yeah, and those people, I say to you, lighten up. Potbelly is funny.
Yeah, but stop trying to be the voice of the stupid people.
Okay,
way to
you know,
diss
sorry for
everyone.
trying to make the discussion interesting. Okay, guys, what do you think of this monster? I will say my opinion, and then that's it, and then done. No discussion.
Okay, I will.
Okay,
Fine, I
guys,
see what
Red
you're
Robot,
doing.
Not a fan of it. Chipsters, not a fan of it. So,
Alright, I see where you're
Okay,
coming from. I'll explain myself a little more. Potbelly is a humorous take on the monster, and it doesn't have to do much simply for the fact that the opening of the song is very minimal as is, and just the little punches it adds to the offbeats add a very syncopated focus on that opening melody that I really like. They always put more emphasis on the backbeat than the first beat, and I like the way they do that in the opening because it's not da da da, it's do da da do da. And Potbelly and Riedling both solidify that identity, and that is why I like Potbelly in the opening of this song, despite how simplistic it is.
May I say why I like Potbelly?
Yes.
Okay. So the reason why I like Potbelly and Earth Island is because Potbelly be like Bep. And I really vibe with that for some reason. Like, you speak to me on very level. I don't know why, but it's just that, and I'm like, hey, yeah. And I just, but,
There's also just the fact that Potbelly on Earth Island is very memeable.
I like Potbelly.
It's just fun to just go bah, 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 bah. Honestly, the opening of Earth Island is my favorite verse of Earth Island.
I like when Earth Island. Thank you.
Flawless monster
Next
transition.
monster, Juno Alaska.
What?
Wabba.
Steward.
You know what? I want to talk about Wubbox more than the other one. We'll get to them when we get to them because we're gonna have conflicting opinions on those.
What does
Wabba.
Roblox even do?
Garbage. That's what it does.
Loud.
Wow,
Nothing-
yeah.
Nothing else to say. It sucks. What do you expect?
Yeah, we've literally said everything about Wubbox already. Dude, this is the last island we get to talk about. No, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Okay,
you
so
gonna say,
Mopsy,
huh?
what are your opinions on Wabba?
I don't like it. I mean, normally Wubbox to me is there. It's a decent little accompaniment most of the time to me, but Earth Island being my favorite island, I had high expectations, and then it came out, and I was like, and then it's just loud, it's clangy, and it's like, Pom Pom deserved better. Ruin their part. Like, get out of here, Wubbox. Go get your hobo bindle and go to the curb.
Is that what those things are called?
That might surprise.
Yes.
That might surprise everyone. That's something that's this is probably gonna be really surprising to most people, but like, I'm pretty sure a malevolent, dark, evil-sounding song, usually doesn't bide well to have dubstep outro.
What about
Literally.
Epic?
What about what?
DJ Epic.
What?
That's different because that's the entire song is a trap remix of it. That's like saying, bro, how can you say Wubbox doesn't work when this trap Wubbox remix sounds awesome?
Roblox.
Yeah, I mean, Wubbox, what else is there to really say? We literally have said everything.
Actually, I have something to say about Roblox.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Alright, let's get started. Okay.
Started!
You're all so mean to me. Anyways, so Roblox, more like
Roblox.
because when Roblox goes to
Roblox
the
more like shoebox.
yeah, like Roblox be like buys shoes off of the online, but they don't fit online. His don't shoes? No, they don't.
You're
What?
giving me a brain aneurysm.
Big dub.
Deserved. Anyways,
Big dub.
And
big dumb.
and now Wubbox has to take his non-fitting shoes, put them in his hobo bindle, and hit the curb.
Yeah.
And then he goes to planet Earth, and then from there he comes back worse than ever as the Rare Roblox. Actually, no, that's better. It's better on this one,
Yeah,
at least.
this is like, I think the best
Rare
Rare
Robux
Wubbox.
to Robux be like, that's why your shoe's raggedy, and then
Although-
Robux be like, that's why your mama dead.
Just comment on Rare Wubbox was because Rare Wubbox, we heard it, a different part of it in the official soundtrack before it came out on Earth Island.
It's the same progression, but it's a different rhythm, I think.
No, it's a.
Not exactly.
I thought it's like
the
a
same.
different part of the song entirely, and it.
Oh.
No, is it not?
No, they
Well,
both.
the verse it plays that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
See, it has a solo with Reedling, that's separate. Usually, what Rare Roblox plays in the Dandidoo verse, this doesn't play there. This plays before there, but after the Mammoth. It's like they added a verse between the two for a Rare Roblox solo, and then from there, actually no, it's like they have the song, and then it has the Hula verse, and then it goes back to that verse for some reason for a Rare Roblox solo, and then it goes back to the Pom Pom verse. So it's completely, it's like that, like, yeah, technically it's like the same like part of the song, like the same like do 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 part, but it's a completely different verse and it doesn't have any resemblances besides Reedling. Composition wise and rhythm wise, composition wise it's somewhat similar, but also not really. And rhythm wise is the main way it's really different.
Honestly,
But that doesn't matter because this isn't about the soundtrack. This is why.
Yeah.
this is the only island with Rare Wubbox where I actually kind of vibe with it.
I think it's nothing. I don't think it's anything at all.
Hey, as long as it doesn't mess up Dandy Doo's part, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I'm
Anyways.
mostly saying I can focus on it and not want to die.
Aw. I mean, no,
That's true, but I still think I'd rather have it without.
I'm indifferent. I can go either way. I think it's like the most middle a monster could be, and for rare Wellbox, that's like the best rare Wellbox.
Yeah, the best robots would be one that doesn't exist at all. Better without it.
So basically, ethereals.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? I kept cutting you off. I apologize.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I know.
you want to talk about? Ooh, you want to talk about the wordos? Ooh.
No, I
Are-
don't.
Are we gonna talk about the weirdos?
We're gonna talk about the wordos.
We're
I'm
gonna
going to
talk
say
about the
this.
weirdos.
You know what?
Steward is way better than Talker on this island.
I agree.
My
I agree.
God.
Talker is complete garbage. Bottom.
Yes.
No.
Not to
Yeah.
mention the hand glitch back when it first came out.
And when Halloween came, it had the same glitch again.
I will say that Steward is better than Talker, but I don't think Talker is the bottom monster.
Well,
He's
not
not
the
the
bottom
bottom, but he's
monster,
terrible.
but it's not good. I'm sorry, compared to the other islands Talker has been on, they
Yeah.
did him dirty on Earth.
Listen, I don't get how anyone can listen to Plant Island or Cold Island Talker, then listen to this one and say, yup, these are of the same quality.
Well, it's because it's the weirdos.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Okay, Olivia, when
Maybe
you listen
not
to
cold.
Air Island word, okay, listen to Air Island Suwarp and listen to this Suwarp. You go, yeah, I can see that being of similar quality. I think they're both quality. I say you listen to Plant, you listen to Earth. I mean, you listen to Plant and Cold Talker. You go, oh, these are quality. One is better than the other, but they're both quality. And then you compare those to this one, and it's of a different quality that's lower than you'd expect out of what used to be the best word.
I don't know. I just don't see it that way. I never understood the whole it doesn't sound the same. It does to me.
Well, I definitely can't hear it.
But again, like Stewart is definitely better. I just don't think Talker is like abysmally bad.
Well,
I just think
agree
it's
to
weaker.
disagree.
It's like
Well,
We have the same standpoint, but you just have an extreme version of mine.
so it's kind of like brand cereal, an off-brand cereal.
I mean
No.
that's how
Hear me
he
out.
sounds off like Alfred to me. That's how he sounds.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
you're like, it's like one word it was like the brand cereal, and the other one's like the
No,
off-brand
it's just
cereal.
Talker in general. Plant Island is the brand cereal. Earth Island is the off-brand.
All right. Well, that's comparing beyond multiple islands. In the vacuum of Earth Island, let's talk about these
On
monsters
the
and what
vacuum of Earth Island, it's nothing.
I like.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, and also it's the main one that's singing the last track, which in my opinion is the worst part of the Weirdos because it completely clash. It's not doesn't know if it clashes actually, but it just sounds terrible against Wabox and Cybop. It's like it makes zero sense compositionally. It takes away Cybop's entire role. It just sounds bad, and the one leading that charge is Talker. Steward's doing his own thing. He's doing it. Keep your feet on the ground. I think that genuinely sounds great. That sounds like a really cool addition. Then Talker does his whatever mountain speech about being the beach or whatever, and then he tries to be like, oh, what if I took the outro? What if I took the outro from Cybop?
They both do that.
Oh wait, I remember my.
Yes, but who does it more? The one who's.
What do you mean? Who does it more? They both do it.
I mean, okay.
No,
I
it's
think
like Talker's
the
lyrics.
thing is, I don't like how Talker is so like dramatic compared to Stewart, who sounds all like light and like yay, having fun, and then Talker is just out here like he gets his Macbeth skull and starts reciting poetry in the middle of everything.
I
It's
am
like,
a mountain, and
Stewart
thou
is a beach
art my
Stewart is a
stone.
party.
I'm mountain. Stone.
Stewart sounds like he's just having a beach party on Earth Island. He sounds like he's having fun. Dwarf sounds like a rock in my shoe.
No.
It's kind of
You
like when you
made
go
up
like
the Wordo
to
name.
like the
Yeah,
beach and there's like,
Talker is
Oh, the other way
stone.
around, yeah.
okay, I have a new analogy, I
Alright,
guess.
what is this analogy?
Alright, so it's like when you go to the beach and there's like kind of like two types of people. There's people who are like wearing like swimsuits where it's like, you know, it's like a normal like, you know, like as you see it swimsuit. Then there's people that wear like the shirts over the swimsuit. Talker is the shirt over the swimsuit while Stewart is the swimsuit. Anyways, I remember my cereal analogy. It's like off-brand cereal and brand cereal. You're still getting the same thing, basically, because it's just the same idea. But one is obviously more reliable. Not reliable, but like
I know
better
what
in
you
a
mean.
sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyways, those are my analogies.
Those are your
Well, Here's the
allegories.
thing. For me, Talker is like those off-brand Captain Crunch that you get. It's like for some reason everything is rock hard, and you bite into it, and you're like, "Ow, my teeth have all shattered. I never want this again." I think. Listen, technically you're right. They both sing it, but here's the thing. Like, I can be lonely, you can be strong. We'll build a foundation from where we all come from. Is that a continuation of Stu Warb's "Keep Your Feet on the Ground" or Talker's lyrics?
It's a mute point. The subject is
true.
mute. Or moot.
How is it a mute point?
Because they both sing it!
Okay,
But
that's like
you're not listening to where
No,
Ben's coming from.
I know where Ben's coming from, but that's a moot point because it doesn't matter in the context of the vocalization.
It
Yes, it
does to us, okay?
listen. In my opinion,
course
it does
in the
matter because
Wordo
that means I can
fandom.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Stewart didn't sing it, nothing would change for Stewart. If Talker didn't sing it, he wouldn't have anything on Earth Island at all. All he'd have is him saying "Do the earthquake."
Do the earthquake. Do.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
sick.
Okay, imagine.
Yeah,
Imagine
it is
this.
sick. But imagine if that's all it was.
I'd be fine with that because that's less weirdos in general.
Yeah, but that's not how they're supposed to do. It's just not what they're going to do. That's not what they did. Listen, I think Earth Island
No,
weirdos
I'm
in
not gonna
general are
listen.
just really weak because I feel like they could have extended Earth Island and added like things similar to the soundtrack that would have fixed Earth Island perfectly, in my opinion. Then have the Weirdos be the bridge, and then Cybop bridge, and then Weirdos outro, and that would have worked perfectly. But instead, we got this mess of a thing, and I blame it way more on Taka because he's worse, and he's the one leading the charge into that. If Talker didn't exist, Stewart wouldn't sing that track. If Stewart didn't exist, Talker would still sing that track.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Anyways, can I say something? I think it's really important.
Yeah, go with it.
Alright, so imagine you're playing My Singing Monster. You open up the game, loads to the last island you were on, which happened to be, Earth Island. It's pretty interesting, cause you have your earbuds plugged in, of course, to get the best audio experience, and all of a sudden, Silent Hill with Nene, the Weirdos.
What?
They start singing, "You already know who it is." And you're like, what? And then Stuart says, "Silent Hill, come watch me do."
You know,
And Talker says, "Now watch me whip." And then Stuart says,
after hearing that, I have, you've changed my perspective. Talker, worst monster ever in the history of MSM.
I'm gonna call you slurs.
Please do. And also, can we do it after talking about the monster who got the biggest cock hammer of all time, Cybop?
What the hell is a cock hammer?
Cock hammer, because he got cucked.
Caucasian?
Oh, cock hammer.
Yeah, because he was
Such a sounds like you said cockhammer, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I said the last name Kokomer. Anyway, Cybop, the Cybop. You know what, Ryan? You're the Cybop guy. What is Cybop like on this island?
Are we going with now or what I want it to be?
Now, unfortunately. Oh, you know, yeah, do
Uh,
both. Do
Talk
before.
about what it was before and talk about what it is now and
Yeah.
why it's.
Before it was a decent. It's like fucking Firehaven, where it's like, oh yeah, it's the outro of the song. It's the nice closing to the piece. It allows Cybop to shine, like is what I always appreciate whenever Cybop has its time to shine. And then the Wordos came in, and I have my Cybop muted because that shit is awful.
I, when you heard the Cybop with the weirdos for the first time, what were you like?
Okay, so it was one of those moments where I was vibing in the moment playing Smash, and then that happened, and then it visually just broke me out of the moment. I had to look at my phone. I'm like, God, what is happening?
Yeah, it doesn't come as much of a surprise that atonal scatting doesn't work over philosophical stylings.
Especially when it's completely different.
Damn you, talker.
Especially when there's dubstep in the background.
Yeah, true.
The Word Island outro is such a mess.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because the sound. Like I know this isn't about the soundtrack, but the soundtrack does everything so perfectly. It makes Cybop the bridge, which is I think him as a bridge fits way better. And then it's just so perfect. And then the full song is such a like it's way too short lived. It's got so many flaws that could have been fixed with the Wordos, and instead they just accentuate those flaws to the point where the outro is unlistenable in its full state.
Earth Island has the best intro and the worst outro of the natural islands.
Oh, yeah.
I have some words about Cybop.
Okay, what are these words about Cybop?
Alright, so my opinion on Cybop on Earth Island. Prepare yourself. It's a bit wacky.
Alright,
It's a bit unusual, you may say.
what is it?
I honestly like it now. How it is, I'm completely fine with it. I think it's cool, I guess.
This is so dark, sick, twisted, and morbid.
I know, I'm a bit of an outcast, you may say.
Is it greater?
Yeah, that was a reference. Yeah. Go watch that. But anyway. But like, to me, it's like, oh, kitty cat. But like, shut up. Okay, so Cybop. It's just cool. It's just dang.
That's cool. I'm glad it took you 3.5 minutes to say that.
Broccoli head.
What?
Anyways,
Humbug.
it's Monster.
Humbug.
Fuck humbug.
Whoa, what are you talking about?
Really?
Cause it doesn't do anything.
Yes.
I love Humbug.
Whoa.
Humbug go.
I mean, okay.
Wow, I love
In Humbug's
Monster Pond
defense.
electric guitar. So awesome.
I
Okay,
love
in
electric
Humbug's
guitar.
defense, when it was first added before the trash that is Wobox and everything else,
Right.
it was a really good addition. But then, Wobox came in, and then that's when everything went south. The
My
Wobox Nation attacked.
Only issue with Humbug is just that he's too quiet.
Yeah.
Again, he's literally okay. You're being hypocritical because you're talking about I hate it when monsters copy other monsters. This is literally exactly the chords. Nothing different about it. It's just the chords of Courser. This do 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 do, but on an electric guitar instead. I
But he
like
does.
Humbug.
He goes. Wait, hold on.
He's one of my favorite ethereals, but literally that's all he does. And
He doesn't
can't
even go
change- I
up for
can't
the
just-
second note. He goes down for the second note.
Maybe I'm listening. Let me go re-listen to it.
Well, make sure to mute everything else because it's hard to hear.
I'm just
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Alright, I got some.
I
Words
would
about
listen to it, but the sound would leak into the video.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah, it does. Wow, it does this. It does the low note of the same note instead of the high note of the same note. That's still the same note.
Yeah, and you're still the same.
All I'm saying is, I think it's inherently a bad idea to have your super important ethereal monster be so underwhelming. I think it's easily the most underwhelming ethereal. I love Humbug. I love Humbug as a monster, but I can't deny the fact that it's like what it does is like as an ethereal is garbage.
I still prefer it over Grumpire.
I mean, I do too. I prefer it over almost every other ethereal.
No,
But
I
I
mean
can't
like
deny the
music
fact that it
wise.
does- I mean, again, even musically, I like it more, but it still literally does nothing at all to the song. Mute your Humbug and you wouldn't notice.
Mute your Cybop and you wouldn't notice.
Oh,
I mean,
you would notice an
Jingle
improvement. Okay, you
Can
can
I,
say your thing about Humbug now.
I think that I'm
Alright, that's cool. I like that. But yeah, okay. I don't think Humbug is, like, gonna be bottom tier.
No, he's not going to be bottom tier. But
It's
I'm
not going
not
to be
about to
any tier.
I'm not about to praise him for doing literally nothing.
Well, okay, it's just you made it sound like you wanted Humbug in the bottom.
I knew you. I was like, bro, Humbug's so awesome. It's like, how though? What does he do?
He does his
He
best.
looks cool.
He
He is a stinger.
He do his best.
He
Yeah,
bumblebee.
he's doing
He go
his
buzz
best,
buzz.
and I appreciate that.
Dude,
But in the competitive nature of YSM, he is lower.
In the competitive nature of YSM, he would be the first to die in Danganronpa.
Yeah, they pull off his stinger and poke him with it, and he
I just heard a Humbug sound. I heard like
Yeah.
the beginning of its part.
Dude, I like how the last two monsters are like one of the best and one of the worst.
It's just depressing what they did with Humbug, though. Because, like, even on Ethereal Island, it's the same case of I love it, but I also know it's literally nothing.
Whoa!
It plays a single
No! I don't agree with that one. We'll get to that when we talk about Ethereal, but
Okay,
heavy disagree with that.
Okay, sure. Okay, sure. I wonder. Please tell me how much you can hear and how many you have, and whatever. Anyway. Dipster.
Anyway, Dipsters.
I love
I'll
Dipster.
start. Okay, I guess this is kind of controversial, but I personally don't think Dipsters are that bad on Earth Island. I think out of a lot of the islands they are on, Earth Island is one of their better islands.
It's probably the best.
Well, yeah, I think that's what we said originally when like Dipsters were like majorly being talked about. We were like, they only really do chords on Earth Island, and that's probably the way they should have done Dipsters.
Yeah.
But apparently, I gotta mention the fact that they also play an accidental somewhere. I don't know how or where.
I don't want that brung up because who cares?
Yeah, I know.
I do.
That's why I brought it. That's why I brought it up.
It just dip in the third bar, and it sounds fine. It's like, listen, here's the thing. Retweet to scare Olivia, and it's just the picture of accidental.
Retweets.
I am shaking in my quivering
like,
boots.
people, that's just people being scared of music being different. It's not an issue.
Deserved.
Okay,
I think it's
so this is Dipster's like best natural or best island. I would be fine saying that, but also if I could choose between a version of the opening with the more ambient tone over the one with the Dipster's more manic tone, I definitely take the ambient one.
Dipsters aren't good on this album. The Dipsters are never good. That's not something Dipsters have ever been able to achieve. Being good is not in the Dipster's heart or mind. That's just not how they are. But these Dipsters are bearable, which is why It's like that's why we're talking about it. It doesn't ruin the song to the point of me wanting to just like replace my eardrums with like I don't know something that's not good for the ears.
Toothpicks.
Sure,
Worms.
that works too.
That worms are great for your ears because then you just get to hear worm.
Worm go.
Yeah, and it's the SpongeBob episode.
The earworm.
Alaskan bullworm. Oh wait. Oh right, the earworm. Oh, I'm stupid.
You may
Yeah,
be
my
stupid,
favorite
but at
episode
least
is
you
the
weren't
episode
dumb.
where they had an Alaskan bullworm in someone's ear.
That would be gruesome.
Owie.
But yeah,
It hurt.
dipsters, shockingly enough,
Dipsters?
are not fucking ass. They're just slightly ass.
They're fucking who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
For once in their lives, they're
They
not
are
that
fucking-
bad.
They
but
only
they're still
really
bad.
they only really do harm in one verse, and that's the opening, since they take away from the atmosphere. The rest of the song, they're just like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever. It's okay, because Final Monster, and I think we know who has to take this one on.
Number one. Just that's it.
Toe
Just
jammer.
what
Toe
the?
jammer.
Why did blue stacks
Dude,
just
jammer.
extract on my computer?
Okay, so Earth Island Toe jammer.
But yeah.
You take that back. No one disrespects Dandy Do like that.
Toe jammer.
Danny Doo's sick.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like Dandy Do.
Definitely. So like throwback to the Gold Island episode, it was like, oh, would Mopsy want to do Dandy Do? Oh, to diss the monster. I diss her on Gold Island because I knew that this would come where I would get to redeem Dandy Do for Earth Island being literally the best version of Dandy Do. Dandy Do does the somber tone best. They should have used it more, and I'm sad that they don't, but I live with what I have now and pray that eventually one day Big Blue Bubble will slap themselves across the face and be like, let's put Dandy Do on more islands where we let it do that somber, sad, sort of mysterious, evil sounding tone.
The only
And-
island I think that gets even remotely close to Earth Island in terms of tone is
Gold.
Tribal.
Tribal, yes.
Ow.
Yeah. It could have been on Earth. I'll say this again. Look, Cave.
Could have been
Cave.
Cave.
Yeah.
Instead, we got Cloud.
I mean,
I don't even know who you were going to say. Alright, continue. I
Cloud
apologize.
sucks simply
Oh.
because of what it could have been if it was on Cave.
Yeah, fair.
it just would have fit Cave way better. It would have been Earth 2.0.
Which is
And
what it should have been.
instead, Big Blue Bubble was like, let's make it dance funny. Ha ha ha.
What if Dandy Doo did Flog's melody on Cave?
I think so.
That's- yeah,
that would
that's-
fit.
I don't know. I think it would have been. I mean,
feel like it could have
obviously,
easily played in that verse, but not Wog's
I don't.
melody.
I would
Exactly.
say not its melody, but like would have been a great accompaniment to Flog.
But yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about the island that it's actually on, Earth.
Earth.
I like
Earth
Earth
Island.
Island.
That's island.
Dandy Do because do. Yes, I love that. Love me it.
You
Yes,
vibe with
yes,
it.
yes. I vibe with it because
Island
it'd be like
freaking
do. I'm like yeah. woohoo.
Okay, wait. I know that like this is you guys don't usually talk about animations on this, but like I think that's the other thing that really sells it for me is when you look at Dandy Do while it's singing, it like at one point it really just squints its eyes and has such an evil look, like I'm about to kick your ass. And it's just like, yes, Dandy Do, that's what we need. You give those great animations, and it's just all in the eyes, you know?
You know what I think
Like-
is sick about Earth Island?
What?
it is on Earth.
The fact that the opening of the song, you have Chorister and Riedling on the melody, and then when Dandidoo comes in, the melody turns into the, like, counter melody of sorts, or just the chords in background. I just think that's
Yes.
super cool.
Yes.
I never thought about this before, but it's kind of similar to Light Island, like from the opening verse to the Furhorn verse.
Yeah. It's
That's-
like, yeah, I love it when islands do that.
I love it when islands.
Yeah, Earth Island is a good island. It honestly could have been considered the best natural island, if not for the glaring flaw, the elephant in the room. It's way too short. Like, you're listening to it, you're like, yes, this is good. I'm vibing to this. And then afterwards, it's like it just leaves there, and you're like, wait, no, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Come back. And then afterwards, they're like, and now Earth Island has grown up and become a masochist, and they hate you now because it's like the ending comes, and instead of just flying away, it decides to stab your ears with the Wordos and Cybop and Wobok. And it's like, God,
Ouch.
what happened? I like this island. This island is cool. I wish it was better. But the outro exists, and the song is so short, and it could have been fixed, but it wasn't.
Yes. Yes.
I like how Earth Island is so short that in Poke's Earth Island videos, the song always plays twice.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the only
At least he
upload
gave
that
it-
does that.
At least he gave it the chance to be at least as long as the others.
Yeah.
I think it's let me try to find the full. Yeah, it's full. The full song is 1 minute and 10 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
that's depressing.
Oh, well, it fits the tone, the whole somber beginning. They know that the song is so short, so
It's
They're
an
all sad.
endless cycle
Yeah,
you
that's
can't
definitely
escape
a good
from.
excuse. I think that the worst part is, like, it wouldn't be. It's not like they had to add new verses. Literally, they just had to recycle old verses and, like, add stuff to it. And again, Wordos. It's. I feel like it would have been pretty easy to extend it with the Wordos. And again, that's the main thing I really hold against the Wordos is the fact they had the power to fix Earth Island's biggest and one true flaw, and instead they just added the outro to be terrible. It's sad to me. It's the main reason I can't. It's hard for me to say Earth Island is a good island. It's hard to just consider it a good island, knowing this kind of stuff. Because, like, realistically, it's a good island, yeah, but I can't really consider it like anything more than that. Like, if honestly, Earth Island had S potential, it had A tier potential, it's probably just gonna end up being like maybe B tier, which for Earth Island is kind of depressing because I feel like it could have done way better if it just had more to it.
It's honestly, out of all of the natural islands, it's the one that I'm most willing to go back and listen to. Which is...
It's probably got the least amount of flaws.
Yeah, that's really what it boils down
Earth
to.
Island's a train wreck. Water Island's a train wreck. Cold Island's a train wreck, and then Air Island has some.
Air
And
Island's
there's a
egregiously
reason Air
small.
Island's considered the best. Air and Earth are easily the least flawed of the islands, but the main thing that Air Island has going for it is its super duper solid structure, while Earth Island is lacking in that, and that's its downfall.
Earth Island has the strong opening, the strong Danidoo verse, and then it's got that middle part that's good until Wubbox, and then it's got the outro that's awful. It's like, it's literally just diminishing returns. The longer the song goes on, the more you're like, bro.
But then the longer the song goes on, you also realize, damn, this song be short.
Yep.
Listen, it's just proof of what's called why it's better to have good stamina than to just run fast in short bursts.
Yeah.
But oh well. Overall, Earth Island is still pretty good.
Yeah. I like Earth in general.
The final natural island too.
Yeah, I can't believe we're done with the natural islands.
Yep.
Did we do them in elemental order?
Yes, we did.
That's cool. We did.
Except
Well,
gold.
oh yeah. I never considered gold part of the naturals. I consider gold gold.
Gold
That's-
is a literal trophy case island.
Yeah,
Now listen, we're not we're talking about that. Really.
that was a nice cutout, and then also walk away from the mic you just did there. Okay.
Listen, I think that good ending point in this all is the fact. Wait, we forgot to Lana.
What? You keep cutting out.
Wait. Okay, never mind. Anyways, is it over yet?
Alright, so, we were a bit of a little gloopers. We kind of doinked up. We did a uh-oh spaghetti. Ruh-roh. Bad. We forgot Mammoth. Mammoth from Earth Island. So, I'm cool and I'm gonna, I'm gonna say some things about Mammoth. So basically, what we were trying to do is that we were going to include Potbelly and Mammon in the same thing, but, we messed up. So, anyways, Mammon and Potbelly, they could sort of go hand in hand with each other. They, are like, they complement each other. Mammon does the one thing while Potbelly does the other. And overall, it's just, yeah. It's like when you, it's like when, and it's like, wow, that's, wow, very cool.